What if I told you you could actually make a fair amount of money by making soap? I bet you've probably never even considered that. But a soap making business is a legit way that you can make a fair amount of money. And I can actually show you some examples. So let's get into how you can start making money by having a soap making business. So in this episode, we're talking about how you can make money by making soaps. Handmade soaps are quite a new thing in recent years for a lot of people, but believe it or not, it has been around for generations. And homemade soap making is fairly simple. It only requires a few different supplies, depending on exactly what kind of soap you're going to make, what materials you want to use for it, and so on. You can do goat's milk and different things like that. For a natural one, they've got different ones where it can be made out of a combination of lye and other things that are natural to create a soap. And then you can also have a entirely chemical one. Now, myself, I don't like the idea of using a lot of different materials that could potentially be hazardous or harmful to your skin or to your health, depending on your experience of working with them. So, in this instance, I would suggest that you go the natural route to where it is something fairly simple and easy to do. This can be the goat's milk route or a number of other ways. As I said, I'll put a few of these down in the description as examples for the different types of handmade soaps that you can make. Another option, besides the ones that I have listed down below, you can do a simple quick Google search or Bing search, whatever search platform you want to use, and search for soap making stuff. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Look for how to make handmade soaps. You'll see a whole variety of the different types of ways that you can make soap. Besides these variety of goat milk and sheep's milk and natural oils and extracts and all that, besides those, another thing you're going to need is molds. You're not going to want to just pour this into a little tray of plastic or anything like that. You're going to want to have molds. This way, you don't have to worry about destroying your soap, destroying your surfaces that you may be working on. If it's plastic, you don't want it to melt and make a mess. You can create your own molds. You can buy molds that are pre-made. Then, once you have determined the way that you want to make your soap and the style of soap molds that you want to use, then, my friend, is where the fun comes in at making money. You can actually start selling your soaps in a number of different places. 1, directly from your home. 2, at local events. 3, online. Now, if you're going to go the online route, there is a plethora of places that you can list your handmade soaps for sale, including Etsy, eBay, Shopify, your own website or blog. You can set up a page or store on Facebook. You can advertise it on Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Then you can set up a PayPal or Stripe or whatever payment processing system you want to use. And there you go. You now have a way to make money from making handmade soaps. Now, if you use something like Etsy, which is a fairly good way to start out, in my opinion. It's fairly cheap to get your products listed, and they only take a small amount out at the end for each sale. A lot better than some of the other platforms out there that are either going to take a nice chunk or charge you an arm and a leg, respectively, compared to what you're going to be making. But if you go to something like Etsy, you have your few cents to upload. You then have your few cents and a percentage for your sale. And then you get the majority of the pay. Now, one thing that is beneficial to using Etsy is they will actually deduct the sales tax that is owed on your product for you and pay that to the state on your behalf. Yes, I said it. If you use Etsy, you pay a small fee to list your item. You pay a small fee upon the sale of your item, and Etsy will take the money out of your earnings automatically and pay your state tax for you in your behalf. Which means if you're not already a business and doing this as an individual, as an entrepreneur, you don't have to go about all the extra hard work of getting a federal ID number or a state tax ID number, because Etsy will be paying on your behalf for you. Now, of course, it's entirely up to you on the platforms you want to use, how much you want to price things, and all that. There is a crap ton of places for you to be able to sell your handmade soaps. And if you consider the amount of money it's going to cost you for your materials, your molds and scents and stuff like that, you break that down by how many bars you can get out of that. It's going to be a fraction of what you would expect it to ultimately be. And in which case, you can recoup your cost for materials fairly quickly by selling just a few bars of soap. We'll say hypothetically, okay, it cost you $20 in materials between your molds and your scents and everything else, right? We'll say it cost you $20 to buy the materials for your first batch. That first batch, you make anywhere from 10 to 20 bars of soap, right? You could turn around, calculate out the amount of money that you're spending on your material, and you can double, triple, or quadruple that with your soap. Hypothetically, just to make it easy for calculations, okay? You spent $20 in material. You can make 20 bars of soap. So now, if you can make 20 bars of soap and it only costs you $20 to make it, that means it costs $1 per bar. You can sell that soap for $5 to $10 a bar, making 5 to 9 times what it costs for you to make the material in the first place. So this is a legitimate way for you to be able to make money from home, whether it's part-time, full-time, or side hustle. Now, what route are you going to go? Goat's milk? Sheep's milk? You're going to go the more difficult route and use some of the various types of chemicals like lye and things like that to make your soap? Are you going to use oil extracts? Are you going to use perfumes? there, like I said, are a variety of different ways you can do it. I'd love to hear what you think about doing for your soap making business. I hope you found today's video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. Check out one of these videos over here on the right, as one of them may interest you as well, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.